Sorry about that. I got a phone call while I was recording, so it cut it off. So once your new recruit has qualified, you'll get $100 cash. And so start thinking about people that might want to join, like your mother, your sister, your neighbor, your best friend. And don't worry about them being in the same group of friends as you because they have their own families or their own neighbors or their work acquaintances or their own Facebook friends that they'll be able to branch off to. Once in my neighborhood, there was four of us on the same street that all were consultants, and we were all friends, but we still all had our own networks, and we branched off that way. So don't worry about that. So recruiting is a process that starts with a simple conversation. Sharing your story with others and planting recruiting seeds at a party and inviting others to join the fun is all part of the process. So showing them how simple and easy and fun 31 can be, and just by sharing your enthusiasm. So carry your products with you throughout your day. Talk about how much you love 31 at your parties, and tell people your why. Tell them your story. Say, you know what? I went to a party and I love the products and I just had to be a part of this. And I thought, you know what? Making a little bit of extra money wouldn't hurt. Getting out of the house once a month wouldn't help. Wouldn't hurt. And, just give them the reasons why you do it because chances are you're going to touch somebody on some level, whether they're a single mom and they need extra money, or they're a college student and they need some extra money on the side, or they've got a wedding or a prom, or they just want to get out of the house because they stay at home with their kids all day. Give the different reasons that there are to plant those little recruiting seeds at your party. All right, so next we're going to go to building towards your future, your career path. And this, again, is if you join 31 because you really don't like your job or you like helping others or you like to take that leadership role, this is something that you really want to listen to because I'm going to tell you the steps that the steps in the business from a consultant all the way to national executive director that you can take. And it helps to kind of understand the different levels. So right now, this document is called 31 Career Path, and this is in the toolbox on TOT, or it's in the new consultant tab under recruiting. So your first level is consultant, which all of us are, and everyone knows you need to submit $200 every 3 months in order to stay active, and you earn 25% on your commission. Now, once you have 2 to 4 personally enrolled qualified and active consultants, you earn your senior consultant level. That's the next level. So what you'll earn is your 25% commission, and then you get a 2% override on your PEQAs, P-E-Q-A. So that is personally enrolled, qualified, active consultants. So once you have that, you will earn 2% on each person. So I'll get a little bit into the numbers on my next document. The next step after senior consultant is director, and that's the level I'm at. A director has 4 or more PEQA consultants, so personally enrolled qualified consultants. So what I earn is 25% commission on personal volume. I have a 3% personal sales bonus. So basically I earn 28%. Then I get a 3% on anyone that I qualify myself. I get 3% of what they sell, their personal volume. And then I get a 2% generation 1 override. So if one of my consultants that I recruit, they recruit someone, I get 2% on them. Now here's the kicker. When you become a director, you always have to have at least 4 PEQAs. So if one drops off, you lose your status. You also have to have $1,000 each month in personal volume, and you have to have $4,000 in team sales. So what I would say to you is if you are shooting to be a director, you keep recruiting, and we wait until you have a good 4 or more people with a consistent $1,000 for you in personal sales and $4,000 in team sales. So if you have 4 people and you're not maintaining $4,000, then we're not going to do your directorship until you're ready with all of those requirements. Now, I will let you know that when you become a director, when you say, okay, I'm ready to start my directorship, you have a 3-month qualifying period. And that first 3 months, if you hit all of your statuses, your $1,000, your $4,000, and you keep your 4 recruits, you will get a $1,000 cash bonus. So that is why it's important to make sure you have those requirements first before we start your 3-month qualifying period. All right, so next after that is Senior Director, 4 PICAs, 2 paid at Generation O directors underneath of you, and you have to keep your $1,000 in personal volume and your $4,000 in team sales. But you now get 25%, the 5% sales bonus, 5% on the people that you recruit, 3% on your Generation 1, and 2% on your Generation 2. So this is another bump up. So I am trying to get to Senior Director. However, I need to have 2 directors on my team in order to get to there. All right, so as you go up, then you have Executive Director, Senior Executive Director, and National Executive Director, NED. Libby Allenbach is our NED. So you can take a look at that document and read through. And just to give you some dollars and cents, on average, if a consultant is doing 1 party a month at $500, she will get a $125 commission. If she becomes a senior consultant and has 2 people under her and does 1 party, she'll get her $125 commission, and then she will get a 2% override on each person she has. So if they each do a $500 party, that's $20 for each of them, so she would get $40 from them just for doing nothing. So her commission, a senior consultant, is $145. So the document I'm looking at now is called Put More Cash in Your Wallet. And this just kind of goes from consultant all the way up to show you the different levels and the different amount of money that you can make. So if you go from a senior consultant to a director, you now have at least 4 people, and we're talking about 1 average party a month. You will get your $500 party plus your so you get your 25% commission plus your 3% bonus, so that's $140. So when I do a party for $500, I make $140 as opposed to $125. But I also get those overrides from my team. So let's just say you have your 4 recruits and you get 3% of what they make. So let's just say they all made $500 in the month. You get 3% off of that. So that's another $60. So now for me, a director, if I did my 1 party at $500 a month, I'm making $200 as opposed to a consultant who's making $125. So $75 more just for having people on my team. And you can see it can just go on and on and on the more that you recruit and your recruits recruit. So that's just a little bit of dollars and cents. All right, so we're just going to go into some booking seeds right now. When you're at your party, because that's the place that most of our business happens. So when you're at your party, you want to start off with your why and a little bit about 31 and the virtuous woman and how we like to celebrate, reward, and encourage. Because people like to hear that. Sometimes it makes it more sentimental or meaningful to buy from a business that with good faith values. So when you're at your party, you can say things like, I'm looking to build my team. Do you know anyone that needs some extra cash? So you can say this in your presentation, and then when you're doing your full service checkout, you can say that. Like, I'm really looking to expand my team, and I really want to quit my day